Alright guys, I want to show you the best shotgun you can get for around a couple $100. Okay, this is the Maverick, the Mossberg Maverick Security. Has no door underneath here for quick loading. I don't know if you can see the green faller. Yeah, you can barely see it. I have an upgraded spring in here, and these come with an orange follower. I got the green follower and an updated spring off of a company. It's a private company. I forget who it is. I also got a Pinty laser. Yeah, this holds 7 shots. I'm pretty sure it's 7. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 7 shots. And this is empty. This is also, I've never fired this yet, guys. This is basically brand new. When you rack the pumps, that's how you got to do it. You just got to be rack it manually. Okay, boom. So we're going to sight this in with that Cvlife laser sighter I have over there, because I didn't do any shotguns with that on that previous video. All right, so let's get the laser sighter out. The first thing you want to do is get the laser. Then you want to get this big conical section. It's going to be a tight fit. Just slide it over as far as it goes down. I think I did this before. We'll get this black one. Hold on a minute. I'm dropping pieces, guys. Okay. This for the 12 gauge, this is number 60. So what we're going to do, I don't use a screwdriver. Screw it on the end of it. Maybe just like 3 or 4 turns so it's screwed on. Get my piece of husky here out of the way. Just make sure it sits on the conical section, then turn it clockwise till it gets tight.
I talked to Ray the other day. Huh? What? Your mouth
It's nice and tight. All right, now I'm going to give you my point of view from how we're going to sight this in. I don't know how I'm going to do it, guys, but I'm going to try. All right, guys, hold on. Let's get you lined up here. Oh my God, guys. All right. Anyway, you can see the red dot and the green dot, they're both lined up. Oh my God, is that thing hard to hold. Guys, it is not easy to hold a shotgun with one hand and your camera with the other. So that's about the distance I want. You know, from that door down there, from where my fridge is, that's probably about 20 feet, maybe 25 feet. All right, so like I said, when you twist these clockwise to tighten the part that's in the barrel, you don't want to twist this many times counterclockwise to get this off. Otherwise, what will happen is that part will get, it'll be in the barrel, and you're going to have to get some kind of a rod or a cleaning rod to push it out. So what you'll do is just loosen it up a little bit, one, two, three, and it comes right out. So I did the Savage shotgun as well. They're both lined up. I mean, if I would have to use the shotgun for home defense, I may not even turn the laser on. Because I think I have 4-aught buckshot. I have I think I have like 500 rounds, which I bought during the pandemic. Which everybody panicked during the pandemic, including me. So I think I bought like 500 shells of 3-inch Magnum 12 gauge 4-aught. I think that's what, like 6 ball bearings. You know, but yeah, that's never been shot. Let me pause you guys. I'll put this away, guys. When you put the laser back in the case, put the button sideways. So that way there, when you close the top of this, it won't press the button, and the laser won't be turned on inside of your case here, because that's what I did. And I opened it up and I found out I had the laser was on. So what I'm doing from now on is I'm putting it sideways and the button's right there. But this Mossberg Maverick, I like the security model because it holds a couple more shells. You cannot beat the value of this thing. You cannot beat it. All it has here for the back is it's kind of like it's dovetailed. It's kind of like dovetailed here, guys. And then you have the bead on the top of the barrel, and that's because you don't have to aim a shotgun. You don't have to aim a scattergun. Having the lasers on here, it's not even necessary. If you use, I mean, it's nice having a laser, but you see, the bad thing about a laser is your opponent's going to see that laser. Okay, and they're going to know there's a laser on them from a gun. They're going to take off, or they'll move, they'll take cover. It's just like with a flashlight. Some of these guys, they have flashlights on their pistols or on their AR-15s or on their AK-47s. If you have someone breaking in your house and you're going to get your AR-15, and let's say, for instance, dark in your house, you hear the back door bash in, you're going to grab your AR-15, you're going to turn the flashlight on, they're going to see the flashlight. They're going to know right where you are, and they're going to shoot toward that light. Okay? That's why I don't like having flashlights on any weapons. A laser, it's almost like the same thing. With a laser, you got to be a little quick. As soon as you see that laser on that target, pull the trigger. We all hope that never happens. But, you guys and gals, there's a lot of home intrusions on the news. Some of these people, a very small amount of people defend their home. A very small amount. Because a lot of people have weapons, but they don't have their home fortified. They don't have their garage doors fortified. They don't have their back door, their front door fortified. They didn't think that far. Like I think I told you guys about garage doors and anti break in garage doors. First of all, have your garage door on an electric motor because that arm stops the top of that door, that top panel from going in. Then you can put a lock on each side instead of just usually garage doors have a lock on one side. Put a lock on both sides. Okay, and then there's like that little red knob, that little red handle with a string. You pull that disengages the cam on the garage door arm. Get rid of that. Get rid of that string with that little red handle because what criminals do, guys, if you have an electric garage door, okay, when you close your door and you keep it on electric, that little red handle with that string is probably about like this far away from your door, from that top panel on your garage door. So all they have to do is get a hanger. They push the top of that panel in. With the hanger, they grab that little red handle on the string. They pull it. It disengages that little cam that's on the arm where the chain rides on, and they lift the door up, and you'll never hear them. So that's why I tell people, get rid of that little string with that plastic handle. Get rid of that. Okay. Also, take off the handles that are on the outside of your garage door. Okay. You can reinforce your doors to make them really hard to kick in. Or you can buy. There's things you can even buy. You can put a 2x4 across it, or you can put there's wedges you can buy. Put some chairs against it. That way, it'll make it harder for them to come in. They'll have to take an intruder. It'll require them to take more time to come in your house, and by the time they're in your house, you'll have this pointed at them. And also, know your state's self-defense laws. Okay, Florida. I know Florida has a stand your ground castle doctrine. Pennsylvania has the same thing. Pennsylvania also has a stand your ground castle doctrine. So, okay, guys, I'm going to probably be doing a spoke video on the Harley next. I'm actually starting to feel pretty good. My back is feeling pretty good. But I wanted to show you guys how that goes on a shotgun, because I didn't do a shotgun one the last time. Shotgun's even easier, to be honest with you. But this little kit here, this little kit that Cvlife has, guys, it's a heck of a little kit. This thing is, it's very accurate. I think it's dead on. I mean, you might have to make some small adjustments at the range, and you might be off a little bit, but this gets it real close to bullseye. Possibly right on. Also, there is an IRS letter scam going on right now. They tried that on me. I almost fell for it. In 2022, I did a return. I owed the IRS $65. Very first letter I got, it looked like it was from the IRS. They didn't have my social security number. One thing the IRS will do, well, actually two things the IRS. the real IRS will do is they will have your whole Social Security number down on a piece of paper. On the letter that they send you. They will also supply. They will also give you an account number. You will have an account number. That way there, if you owe them money, you put on your however kind of way you send the money to them is through that account number. Okay. The IRS letter scams won't have an account number, and they also won't have your Social Security number down. The letter I got didn't have my Social Security number. It had a control number, but no account number. And also, how I knew it was a scam is since I owed them $65 and I paid it back in 2022. The letter said you might be credited $65. Then a week later, I got another letter from them. Didn't say nothing about. It was a different address. Didn't say a thing about the $65. They said in the letter that we cannot find your 2022 return. The IRS does not lose returns, guys. Okay. They do not lose returns. And the letter also didn't have my Social Security number, nor did it have an account number. So watch out for that. There are IRS letter scams going on, as well as phone calls too. And also, there's a real bad flu going around, guys. I don't know if you believe in getting your COVID shots, men, getting your COVID update shots, but get them. Take my advice.